with doctors expecting Big E to make a full recovery. Killer Kross speaks about joining AEW, why John Cena isn't going to wrestle on SummerSlam, and many more. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell for daily wrestling uploads. I'm KB the Mark from WBP TV, and this is your wrestling report for July 14th. Without further ado, let's cue that intro.
I'm a visionary, revolutionary. I'm a visionary, revolutionary.
Mick Foley has inked a new WWE Legends contract. The WWE Hall of Famer shared the news in a video posted by Pro Wrestling Tees on Monday night. The former WWE champion noted the contract gives WWE exclusivity on selling Foley t-shirts, which is why Foley shirts will be leaving Pro Wrestling Tees at the end of this month. WrestlingNews.co pointed out last week that Santana tweeted out the number of days left on his AEW contract, seemingly hinting that he was planning on leaving the company. There were other signs of trouble between them because in recent months, Santana and Ortiz have been booking themselves separately in singles matches on independent shows, and they haven't worked much together this year. During the Blood and Guts video package that aired on AEW Dynamite, Ruby Soho mentioned that Eddie Kingston is close to Jon Moxley and Ortiz, but there was no mention of Santana. Former WWE star The Great Khali, real name Dalip Singh, was accused of slapping a toll worker in Ludhiana. The video shows Khali having a heated argument with the toll worker, which has gone viral on social media. The video does not show the former wrestler slapping the toll worker. According to the police, Khali was on his way from Jalahar in Punjab to Karnal, Haryana on Monday. A toll plaza employee wanted to see Khali's ID and allegedly slapped him. Another employee asked why Khali slapped his colleague. Khali accused them of blackmailing him, and the worker denied that. A barricade was placed in front of Khali's vehicle to prevent him from leaving. Khali got out and pushed it away as the toll plaza employee tried to stop him. A police officer then intervened. Big E shared some good news in an ESPN article about his neck injury that he suffered this past March when landing on the top of his head after a suplex by Ridge Holland on an episode of SmackDown. The former WWE champion fractured his C1 and C6 vertebrae. He recently shared on Twitter that the C1 vertebrae he fractured is now ossifying. Big E said in an interview that he is grateful that doctors have said he will make a complete recovery from the broken neck. It's unclear how long he will be out of the ring until he gets checked 1 year after the injury in March 2023. During an interview with Sportskeeda, former WWE star Killer Kross was asked if he aspires to go to AEW. I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, because you know they love to take things out of context. I'm an open book with this stuff. I'm open to working with any television company as long as there will be a time where we can sit down before we get started and figure out what the end game is of what we're doing. I'm not throwing any shade or trying to imply anything. I'm not in a position where I absolutely have to say yes to anything that's offered to me. I'm not scared of losing my fan base. I'm not scared of losing momentum. I see human beings every weekend. They tell us how they feel about us, and the feeling is mutual. We're very grateful for our fan base. We're not feeling desperate to be back on TV. I know some guys feel like there's this fear for the social media optics, for the optics of it. With the experience that we just had on television, we don't want to make the same mistake twice. We didn't have the ability to listen to our audience and be like, they're right, because this is what we signed up for. That's not me complaining or being salty about it. We knew what we were getting involved in. Last month, John Cena returned to WWE Raw. There was backstage talk that he would wrestle at SummerSlam. There were hints dropped by Theory on social media, and all signs pointed to Theory versus Cena in Nashville. However, when Cena returned on Raw, he indicated that he would not be wrestling anytime soon, and he did not know when he would be returning to the ring. On Wrestling Observer Live, Bryan Alvarez said that the reason why Cena can't appear at SummerSlam is that he is currently filming Peacemaker 2. Just like The Rock, Cena's wrestling schedule depends on his TV and movie commitments. Peacemaker 2 is one of the most successful shows on HBO Max. Alvarez said the following on Wrestling Observer Live. I can confirm that being filmed right now is Peacemaker 2 and John Cena is involved. He's working on Peacemaker 2 as we speak. I presume that's why there have been discussions on him doing SummerSlam, but then he showed up on Raw to announce someday I'll be back. I don't know when, don't know where, but I'll be back someday. Apparently he's filming Peacemaker, and that's why he can't do SummerSlam. What do you guys think about today's news? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to curse stomp that like button, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button with a crossroads. I'm KB the Mark, signing off. Until the next one.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.